We're back from the Silver Creek Studios for another episode of Get a Load of This. I'm Jared.
And I'm Joe.
And I'm Ryan.
Hey, what's up, you bunch of lady parts?
Yeah, we're back. We are excited about this episode. Not really as much as we are most, but this is still a good topic.
No,
It's I have a very recent episode that will play into this. We're going to talk about cutting the cord. And not the umbilical cord. And,
not the umbilical. It's a boy.
I got a hell of a story about that, though, too. That it's a little bit.
You had a baby?
I did not. Well, I did. Well, kind of. You know, she did, and I was there, and yeah,
I just paid for it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but it's an interesting story for another.
I'm
episode.
carrying a baby. I'm in my 19th trimester, so it's almost there. I think it's a gorilla. I'm not sure. It's a full-blown silverback gorilla, and I don't know where it's going to come out. That's the tricky
painful.
Part. Yeah, it's going to be tricky.
Could be rough.
Thaning the security, though, I should have no problem if it finds the rear way. But
yeah, well, we'll see. We'll stay tuned, folks.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have Coco in here.
A future episode. Joe gives birth. So now we're talking about cutting the cord. So I not recently. It's been a year and a half or so. I think basically based on Jared's experience, one of the nights we watched a baseball game over here, and I was like, how are you doing this? And it was crystal
Magic.
clear, yeah. And it kind of pushed me. So Jared was the first person I knew that had gone through the process. And tell me what are you doing now? What are you using now?
Well, I'll go back to what we used to do before we get to what we're doing now. We were, like everybody else, kind of bouncing around between cable and DirecTV and Dish Network and trying to find the best deal and who gives you the monthly flyer that has the, $29.99 or whatever. For the longest time, though, I think we were Dish Network subscribers, and they were pretty good about keeping the price the same. It didn't go up too much beyond the initial 2-year, deal. But it just kind of kept creeping up.
Right.
And I talked to a bunch of people. Their charter cable just kept creeping up. And next thing you know, yeah, you're spending over $100 just on your TV package. But the big thing for us that kept us, reeled in was the St. Louis Cardinals baseball. So the only way you could watch that was on Fox Sports Midwest.
Right.
And the only way you could get Fox Sports Midwest was on one of the TV providers, whether it was cable or direct or Dish. So that was the big thing for us. And I think a lot of people, especially in sports towns, people that want to watch, baseball or hockey is the same way, the Blues.
Right.
You got to have your local Fox Sports affiliate. So we were sucked into that for a long time. But finally, we got tired of paying a huge Dish bill.
And then you found that Mexican that was running around the neighborhood, and he hooked it up, right?
Yeah, no, but we got sick of paying it, and we finally said, you know what? Even though we're huge Cardinals fans, at that time of our lives, we were pretty busy with the kids and sports and all this stuff,
Right.
and we were missing a lot of games anyway. So we said, let's just get rid of our TV subscription. And at the time, Netflix was still doing the DVDs in the mail. Which maybe they still are. I'm not even sure.
I think they still do, but yeah, it's pretty limited. Nobody uses it.
Right. Streaming wasn't a big thing at that point. I think it was around, but we didn't do it.
Right.
So we just said, we'll just do discs in the mail and watch movies that way. So we did. We cut the cord. We got rid of Dish. We just had internet. Yep. We got an old school rabbit ears for doing the local HD
Matlock
channels.
came in.
That's right.
I mean, Crystal.
Murder, She Wrote.
Right.
Yeah, it was
Golden
coming in
Girls.
great.
Yep. But and we did that for probably 2 or 3 years of just not having any TV. And before that, we had DVR in every room, right? So we were like all into the technological way of watching high def TV.
Sure.
But once you gave it up, it didn't take very long before, man, you got used to not watching commercials and not dealing with all that crap and the big monthly bill. So we got used to it pretty quick. But recently, I would say 2 or 3 years ago, I believe, I got word.
That ain't recent, Jared.
Well, I mean, over the grand scheme of things, it's pretty
2 or 3
recent.
years ago.
2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Recently.
Well,
I guess, going off Earth time, yeah. I mean, as the world turns,
the world turns. Sling
Was that in the
TV.
Jurassic area or the Minnesota?
Oh, you do Sling.
Sling.
But
Sling.
that's Dish Network's version. Isn't that owned by
Well,
Dish?
I think Dish bought them out, a few
Yeah.
years ago. So yeah, but it's not, we don't have a dish or anything. It's just through your internet.
Right.
But they came out with a package that included 20 to 30 channels.
Is that the one with Machete?
Machete.
The one,
know
the
what
commercials?
you're
Yeah.
With, what's his name?
Well, I know you're talking about the Hispanic guy.
Yeah.
You can't say Hispanic. I don't know what you can say anymore.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't know. Is that a Sling
The
commercial?
Chino.
Maybe.
It's not Pacino,
It's not Ralph.
but it is Machete or
It's
Yeah.
Machete.
whatever. Yeah, it's that guy.
I hate to interrupt you, but
No, you're fine.
sorry.
So they offer a package that includes Fox Sports Midwest, and so we can watch our Cardinals.
There it
Right.
is.
Streaming online in HD.
Right.
So we signed up for that pretty
Just don't
early
have the
on.
windows open because you'll hear the neighbors that have charter or have an antenna
Right.
or however the hell they're watching it, and they're 3 seconds ahead of you. And
Yeah,
spoiler
that has
alert
been
there.
Spoiler
a little
alert.
bit. Or if
Home
you're
run.
following
Home
on
run.
Twitter or something, you get the update there
Yeah.
a little bit ahead.
Well,
But
I
yeah.
noticed my phone because now I've got the cable. I use a different service, but I have alerts on my phone. I watch the hockey game, and my phone will, the horn blasts on my phone, and then like 20 seconds later
Damn
they'll
it.
score the damn goal. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I got to remember to mute my phone
Yeah.
and just not look at it while I'm watching hockey. Otherwise, it ruins everything.
The
But-
one bad thing about it though is it's just like regular TV, so it includes commercials. So
Yeah.
did we get used to not watching commercials
Right.
with Netflix streaming and all that, and now to have to sit through
At 2.5
whatever.
minutes.
Oh, son of a bitch.
It's
You gotta
brutal.
You got to
It's
watch
killing
somebody
me.
peddle their wares like a
Right.
gypsy.
Hey,
Are you kidding me?
But you also, what you realize is that I've realized because I was the same way. I got used to not watching commercials, mainly because I had DirecTV and we had DVR and we could just blast through all those commercials. We were watching them, and now that I am forced to watch a few of them, there's some good commercials out there.
Oh, yeah?
and you're kind of missing out. I mean, some of them are crap, and
Right.
obviously the network commercials are usually the worst. But the big advertisers that spend a lot of money on their campaigns. There's some good commercials out there.
Yeah.
They're pretty funny, and I've been missing out for a couple years.
I would gladly miss the occasional good commercial to not have to
not
watch
have them
the
at all.
same shit over
Sure.
and over again.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Now, Joe, you have not cut the cord, right?
No,
You
I have
still
not.
are a-
I'm still hooked up. Hook, line, and
what's
sinker.
your current provider of choice?
Charter, and I'm probably the one that keeps the fucking lights on at that place because I got 5 TVs, soon to be 6,
Oh Jesus!
all
You
boxes.
want on the back porch with one?
No, Mama's got a whole room she's doing.
Oh,
So
okay, all right. You need to get on the back porch out there.
yeah, I should.
Yeah, 6.
That'd be 7. So
7.
at $5 at $5 a shtick, but we get a remote. Hey, awesome! I got 2 in the same room downstairs. 2 in the same room, but that's my bar thing. So, I had to have a bar.
Right? Yeah.
Fat boy needs a bar.
It works. But but Charter's good.
Charter, yeah, I love it. My bill's high and it sucks, and I'm with you guys. But you know what? The big thing for me is NFL Network, NFL Red Zone. And do you guys get that?
So Sling has NFL Network, but it doesn't have the Red Zone.
So the Red Zone, if anybody has it out there or they've seen it, Red Zone really changed my life. So we upgraded, and this was years ago with our charter, and this was probably about the same time Jared cut the cord. I got the Red Zone with my upgrade for like 6 weeks, and then I got to watch football like things should be watched.
Right. Watching all the games at one time.
Oh, well, not at one, but they hop around. I was like, this is how football should be watched.
So
it's
it's not like-
exciting the whole
it's
time.
not 8 windows.
It's not 8 windows. It's a full.
They break
screen.
in.
They break in.
I got you.
And then they don't break in if you're watching like a touchdown happen. They're not going to break in with a sack or anything like that.
Right.
But they're going to show you cool sacks. They show you interceptions. They show you great runs. They show
You're
you
gonna see
they
that
show
goal
you,
line stop and
You see like 3rd downs, 3rd and 9s, and
Right.
stuff like that. It's shit that matters.
right.
So I
Yeah.
gotta correct myself. It looks like Sling TV does in fact offer
Well, it looks
the
like
Red
I'm
Zone.
cutting the card. I'm going to cut the card. At any rate,
Yeah,
And they
that has been from what I've heard from friends who have DirecTV. the main reason they stick with it is the NFL Red Zone.
Yeah,
or it's a Sunday ticket where they get all the
Right?
games.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yep.
well, and I get
Because I think
all-
DirecTV has an exclusive
Yeah, they're the only ones that
deal
have Sunday
yeah.
ticket. I think.
But with the Red Zone, it's 7 hours, no commercials, football
Mhm.
all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I mean, it changed the way I felt about watching. Oh, I love it, and I just turn it on, and I'll go and turn it on all the TVs in my house just to have it. So if I'm going to the bathroom, I'll take the route that
So
way.
you
so I
didn't
can see it.
you didn't protest the NFL this season for
No, and you know, so if anyone hasn't figured it out yet, we're in St. Louis.
Right.
We lost the Rams.
Yeah.
That was like my girl. That was my bitch. And she just fucking left and didn't even kiss me goodbye or nothing, and like just left.
Yeah. But you didn't burn your jerseys or anything.
No,
like that.
no, I didn't burn nothing.
You're faithful. You still got your Falk jersey.
No, yeah, well, fuck that. My Falk jersey is it's
legit.
legit, dude.
Yeah.
That's real. That's a real jersey.
Marshall Falk spit on it or something.
Yeah, I ain't
Did something
burn
to it.
that. Are you kidding me? And I bought it at the stadium.
Yeah.
nice.
And when I was in line,
Marshall Falk came to you?
no,
In a vision.
no, but Torrey Holt punched me, so it was pretty cool. No,
Close
the guy behind me was Aaron Donald's uncle.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
that's pretty cool. I thought
Yeah,
it was
that's
cool.
kind of cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But anyway, fuck them Rams. I fucking fuck Cronky, and
So
I'm
did
saying
you
that.
did you
dude.
root for him? I mean, we're getting off the topic here.
No,
cutting the
no,
cord.
I no.
You rooted
Yeah,
against-
ain't you gonna? I'm gonna go to my ex girlfriend's wedding? Are you kidding? me?
Right.
No.
So you did not root for the Rams at all season long.
no.
You
It
rooted
was-
against, did you root against them?
Yeah, especially when New Orleans put a hurting on them.
Yeah.
That I was happy.
Well,
about
I
that.
did too. I mean, I rooted against them. I wanted to watch them fail. It was almost really bad because they were looking pretty good. I was like,
Yeah.
God, seriously?
Yeah.
Now they leave us and then they're going to go off and they're going to be a contender. It was yeah. But Stan Kroenke's an ass, and no, I mean just the entire business. We talked about the business of baseball on an earlier episode, but we haven't talked about the football side of things. It is. We talk about collusion. You talk about the bullshit that goes on. These guys are all worried about each other's pockets and their own pockets, and that's it. They don't give two shits about Joe, about me, about the city of St. Louis or the city of Oakland or you name it. I mean, they're just out to where's the biggest pile of cash, and in this case, it was in L.A. And you know, so good for Stan Kroenke. He's a good businessman. He's a
fucking piece of shit.
right, but
He's a walking
yeah,
piece of shit.
yeah.
And enough of that. Let's get back to cutting the cord.
So, yeah,
you know
I
what
know.
I mean? I have cable boxes enough to trip over at the house. I have remotes everywhere.
Right.
But you know what I do have? I have good, clean, constant flow of entertainment. It never clips off like
Right.
Dish did.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
And-
good segue to my experience with cutting the cable because not by Jared's urging, but I saw that it was working over here, you know, and I was like, hey, this is a pretty good, you know, it's a crystal clear picture. I've seen things on the antenna, I've seen things through the internet. I was like, you're making it work. So I started to do my own research. And I was very much anti-DirecTV and anti-Dish. This was later. DirecTV had their Now product, and Dish had Sling. And I didn't want to give them any more of my money. So I went the Sony path, because why not give money to another huge company? And
Did you get a free zone with it?
no.
And what it was called?
I don't know.
Zune.
Zoom, yeah.
That's Microsoft. Yeah.
No, I bought PlayStation Vue. So the kids had a PS4, and not that you had to have that, but you know, it was like it all worked out. So we bought PlayStation Vue and the main reason for getting it because it had DVR. I use air quotes, DVR capabilities because it's all cloud DVR, and so for the most part, it works. So we were spoiled. Like we had DirecTV, we had the full meal deal, everything that you can imagine, and we got very accustomed to their interface and their DVR. And then to go away from that, it was like, oh, it was a big shock. So now with PlayStation Vue, for example, I was watching The Walking Dead on Sunday, and it was DVR'd. And I got to about 45 minutes in, and it just decided to take a shit.
Oh my God!
Right.
I shot myself in the face.
It was rough, and
that did not happen with me and cable.
I know.
Hooked to the cord.
Yeah.
I got to watch the whole thing, sweep clean through.
I'm sure you did. So
Swinging from the
I then
fucking
went.
cord.
I restarted my Fire Stick. I relogged to PlayStation Vue. I did this 3 or 4 times.
I got a soda at the
just
commercial.
just trying to get it to play the last 15 minutes of this show. I went crazy. I finally gave up on PlayStation Vue. On the Fire Stick, I went and downloaded the AMC app, and I was like, I'll just watch it on the AMC app. And then it asked me for my login for PlayStation Vue, and I was like, son of a bitch. And then it asked me, it was like, pick out the 6 pictures that have a street sign. You ever done that shit?
Right.
Fuck, CAPTCHA. I want to punch that prick in the face, whoever came up with that idea. So I'm picking out which pictures have cars and and I must have done this 9 times. And Tammy wakes up. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm trying to watch the last 15 minutes of the show. By this
I'm going to say this, guys. You're not selling me.
Yeah.
You're not selling me. I'm telling you. I
haven't gone through that, but
I go to
it
any
was bad.
TV.
It was the worst experience I've had with after cutting the cable.
I turn it on.
Yeah.
I flip through the guide. I hit what I want to see, and I see it. Granted, yeah, I'm spending a lot of money, fellas. I ain't lying to you on cable. But you know what? We watch anything we want.
Yeah.
And it's in any room in the house. It's got a TV.
So my PlayStation Vue expense on a monthly basis is like $30.
Wow.
Yeah, and I can get it on any device that has a smart TV, it has a Roku or a what do you call it, Amazon Fire Stick.
right.
That's
I
your
can get it on my phone.
That's your TV bill.
That's my TV bill. Well, then I pay for Netflix and I pay for Amazon
Right.
Prime, but I'm paying for Prime no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm probably
We
going to pay for
do too.
Netflix no matter what.
We see. I don't have Netflix.
Oh, dude.
man.
I don't have Netflix. I don't.
Wow.
We have Prime
We gotta
because
get you
we
hooked
get a
up.
bunch of stuff shipped. I'm gonna kill you guys with this. I could probably pay for a Chevy Cruze with the fucking money I spend on my cable. I think with internet,
You're
our
probably
bill,
let me guess. You're probably $1.25 a month. No?
what,
Oh,
what
yeah,
do you
including-
think?
I was going to say, do
internet?
you have any movie channels?
I
Like
have
HBO?
all the movie
Oh yeah,
channels
plus
here.
internet, you're up at I'd say 180.
228.
Oh,
boys.
my
Holy
God.
cow, Joe.
Oh, you got extras in each room and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
with the remotes in each
We need
room.
to work on
Man.
I know you
What,
love-
you going to sell me on? Yeah, I would
Well-
love to watch only half of a show. Oh, sign me up. Fucking kidding me?
Wow.
And then run around like a
guess
fucking
my-
pissed off banshee on a Sunday night? You fucking
It
kidding me?
was pretty rough.
No.
It was late at night too.
It's called
and I
money
was-
well spent,
and
my
I wasn't,
friend.
and I didn't get to watch the last 15 minutes until the next day.
Oh, fuck
and I
that.
finally logged in again, and I was like, I'll see if I can get it to work. And it finally worked. And it was kind of disappointing the last 15 minutes of this week's episode.
Spoiler
I
alert.
bet it is
Walking
Monday. Fucking, that's terrible.
Well, yeah, it was aggravating, but by and large,
By and large, yeah.
it
I'd
works.
rather spend the money.
Well, but it works. I'm a cheap bastard though.
And I'm with you on that. And
And that's where we were. Like it was worth it to us when we had it until it wasn't. And then
Right.
it was like, you know what? We're missing a lot of this stuff because we're busy. Or even when we DVR it, it was like, well,
Yeah.
everybody's talking about it already, and we missed this week's episode.
Right.
So we finally got to where it just wasn't worth it spending, $180, $200 or whatever.
The other thing was that my kids were when I had DirecTV,
Mm-hmm.
they were especially the youngest one was constantly watching SpongeBob. Nothing wrong with SpongeBob, but they're
No,
constantly
love it.
watching.
Now there is in fact
Nickelodeon.
something wrong with SpongeBob.
Well,
but
no,
bit.
oh God, no. SpongeBob is a.
we didn't let our kids
It
watch it because it
melts
was
the
so
brain.
worthless.
Yeah, it does. It's mindless entertainment, but it's entertainment nonetheless. But they were watching. It wasn't just SpongeBob,
Sorry, Joe.
but they were watching the shows on Disney and Nickelodeon and whatever MTV. And so once we cut the cable, they just said, well, I'm done with that. So now they hardly ever watch television. They watch YouTube on their computers, and they'll watch Netflix through their PlayStation or their Xbox or whatever. But they don't tune in to network television unless I have it on, and they're like, "Oh, what are you
Right.
watching?" And that's the only time that they ever
Yeah.
watch any network or any.
And we really
broadcast
don't
television.
either. 90% of the time, it's the Cardinals on Fox Sports Midwest. During football season, NFL Network, a couple days a week. We don't have the package that includes ESPN, so we don't get to watch that stuff.
No.
But we could if we paid for it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
now,
all
with
the other
these-
channels,
with all
we've got
these
25, 30
additions, with all
channels.
these additions, it sounds like y'all are going to creep up on me. And
Nah,
until
it'll never
they
be
go,
that
until they go to leather helmets,
well,
I don't know if I can give it up.
I don't know if I'll ever get
Yeah.
to 200. I mean, but you're right though. You could easily get there though, because we've talked about Hulu at my house. We don't have Hulu, but one of the boys wants it.
The boy.
I'm not a fan of Hulu. I've tried the trial a couple
We've
times.
never had it, but
I don't like it.
You ever bought
my oldest boy
movies
wants it.
at the flea market that are like shot at the theater? Now don't knock it till you try it, guys. That's real quality.
No, Hulu's a little bit better. I mean, Hulu's has all these different services. They have their own original programming now. So Amazon does their own, and it's good.
Good stuff,
It's really good. And
Well, I have Amazon Prime because
then you should log in and watch.
yeah, I should. And there's
Sneaky
movies,
Pete is
Sneaky
a-
Pete, yeah,
is a great show.
Giovanni Ribisi,
Yeah,
love
he's a
him.
funny
He's
dude.
awesome.
And he's not really funny in that, but it's a great
Yeah,
show.
I like him.
But in Netflix has great shows too, and so Hulu, again, we don't have it yet, but we're considering it. But so it could easily sneak up to that to where I don't know about to where you're at, Joe. You're breaking the bank.
That's
here, brother.
with my internet though, and
Well, true,
and you know,
true.
and what's even more messed up is because my bride works at home, the internet could be paid for by work,
Right?
and that's like $60 a month.
Is it? Do they
Yeah.
cover that?
Oh,
right on,
they
man.
don't.
Oh, what the hell?
Because
man?
she's like, well, we use it so much with the other and everything.
Yeah. Well, at least you can use it as a tax write-off, probably.
No, I get, I don't know. You know, that's a whole nother fucking. We should talk about taxes because
No, we shouldn't.
I get hammered. I swear to God, these fucking security guards ain't got shit on the tax man. The tax man comes with a stick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, taxes. If we go to a tax episode, we need to reconsider everything. We need to
Yeah,
rethink
that's
our
true.
existence.
I
I think,
agree.
but no, I think the cutting the cable there's definitely is pros and cons.
Yeah.
And I think that I would encourage anybody to stop giving their money to these big companies that keep nickel and diming you. So I know you have a good experience. You have a better experience than I do, Joe.
I wouldn't call it good, but I like I said, and now
It works for you.
Jared. Yeah, it does. It does work for me, and you know, it's budgeted.
You may have
and-
some options with some now that
and
Red
yeah,
Zone
and-
is
and-
on.
But you
Sling.
know, it's the convenience of it all.
Yeah.
I don't want to have that right there. What you had to deal with The
No.
Walking Dead. That's enough
Drive a
right
man
there.
mad.
That
Yeah.
it's not worth it to me. I'd rather if I had to eat ramen, that's fucking worth it to me because
What's wrong with ramen?
Yeah.
Ramen's a staple in my house.
Yeah, ramen.
I
fucking
have 3
blows.
teenage boys though. I mean,
Ramen should be opened, heated, then dumped in the toilet instantly.
That's almost how it works anyway.
Yeah, right.
skipping a step.
What do you use, Ryan, as your streaming device?
So I use the Fire Stick in 2 rooms. I have a smart TV in 2 rooms, and then the boys have their computers, and then they have like a
PlayStation or whatever.
Chromecast
Oh,
or
yeah.
PlayStation. One
So,
of the
man,
boys,
you got a little bit of everything.
yeah, we do have it. Well, because I'm a cheap bastard. So it's like I got this Chromecast. I tried out the Chromecast when it first came
Yeah.
out, and I wasn't thrilled with it. It wasn't exactly what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
But it does work. Once you figure out how it works, it's like, yeah, you can cast anything from a phone, from a laptop. That aspect of it works. But the Fire Stick and the smart TVs are the way to go. We had a Roku for a while too. I didn't like that. It was all right. And one of the TVs I have, it has Roku built in.
Yeah.
But so it's good. But honestly, the best interface that I've seen is the Amazon Fire Stick. It's just it's solid gold.
never used
with
it.
the
I thought
exception-
about
the
it.
exception of
With the
Sunday night.
exception of anything I want to see that right then. What about the say? I thought about buying one of them jailbroke ones,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then so I
Well, they're not really jailbroke. They're what they are. It's just an app. Is all they install on it. So I think you're talking about like Kodi and
Yeah.
things like
right,
that.
right.
So we might be incriminating ourselves here, but they're I've heard tell of.
Well, I'm going to blatantly say I'm wanting to get one. So
Well,
come
I've got
get me.
several friends or coworkers that use the Kodi device or app or whatever, and they all kind of rave about it, but they also all are like, well, yeah, I mean, you got to find this movie
It's not
that's
perfect.
in Spanish or, it's got subtitles
So now, can
or,
you get-
whatever. And I'm like,
Can you
I don't
get
want to deal with
sports
all
on
that.
it though? That's
No, it's not intended for that though. It's intended for
new movies.
for not even new movies. I mean, really, it's the way that I can see it being used is it's a library of movies.
Mhm.
If you want to watch first run movies, it's not the way to go. I mean, you may stumble upon one here and there.
Well, see, I think they do. I mean, at least
it's
somebody I
got
work with, they're
Japanese
always talking
subtitles.
about they're watching some movie that just came out in theaters and
Sure.
somebody
I've heard
pirated
that.
it and now it's on
Most
there.
of those,
And
though,
but
and
it's not that great a
shot
quality.
like cars that I bought at the flea market.
Yeah.
So
Right.
a lot of them are. But then every once in a while, you run across one that someone got like an Oscar copy
Jerry,
of.
Yeah.
Jerry, you did great.
Well, the Academy
Rochelle.
Award sends out their copy of the DVD to people that judge it, and those people, if they're so inclined, will
Download it.
Yeah.
And so that's how they get out there. But those are few and far between, though.
Right.
And usually it's a camcorder in a theater and some.
How many times am I going to get the King's speech?
But if you want to watch something that's out on DVD or something that's even older, you can pretty much find it. And what another great use of it is that things that are on HBO. So Ballers, for example. You ever watch Ballers?
No.
Oh, you should. It's a
I
good
know,
show.
that's what I hear.
The Rock. It's what's that guy?
Oh, Rob Caudroy.
Rob Caudroy's in it. It's a really good show. And anyway, but Ballers. I don't pay for HBO, but I've watched every episode of Ballers.
There you go. Awesome.
And
did it break halfway through? Or
no,
45
that
minutes
shit
in?
works perfectly. I mean, I honestly, I've never had a problem with it. Pretty much, it's a rare occasion whenever something happens like what happened on Sunday night with.
Here's something real quick, and it's off the topic. Do you think it'd be fucked up to be The Rock and he plays all these different roles at the same time? And how does he keep that character going?
It's pretty much
Like
the same
character.
guy.
I don't know. I watch Baywatch, and that's not the same character as anything else
Yeah.
he's ever been in. And you ever seen a game plan? That's
Yeah.
not the same character.
What about the Tooth Fairy?
Right. No, the game plan, he's a quarterback. But
was he the Tooth Fairy
He
too?
was a
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy. Yeah,
No, I think The
I'm
Rock,
going off, but
The
he's
Rock
a
could
fucking-
very well take over the world, and him and Kevin Hart, they are a pretty dynamic duo. I'll tell you what, if they put anything out, well, and you throw Ice Cube into that mix,
Yeah,
you
I
put
like
those three
Cube.
guys, because Cube and Kevin Hart together are great.
Yeah.
And then you put Kevin Hart, maybe Kevin Hart's the magic sauce there, but and then you put The Rock in there. But you put those three together, forget about it. I mean,
it's
yeah,
over.
I'll put you on the spot. Did you go see Jumanji?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Is it
And
good?
I enjoyed every
I
second
have
of it.
not. My daughter went and seen it. She said it's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's a good movie.
I never seen the Robin Williams one.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Well, the new one is, and look, I'm all about nostalgia, and I like the original Jumanji, but this new one, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's Kevin Hart, it's Jack Black,
Yeah, Jack Black's cool.
I mean,
Jack Black and Tropic Thunder. Oh my God, that's insane.
no, they're funny guys, but I'm telling you, Kevin
Remember
Hart.
when I said your mother was a cankerous whore?
Jesus, did you see Kevin Hart after the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I feel him. That dude was shit wasted.
Yeah, he
Gotta
was.
love him though. Yeah, fuck him, man. He's at the Super Bowl.
He's embraced it.
And he was on the field at the
Yeah.
end of the Super Bowl, wandering. Oh, let me up. I'm Kevin fucking Hart.
yeah, and he had the best image was, and when
Fellas, that's what I'm shooting for.
he was talking to I think he was talking to like Conan or something like that. He's like I appreciate that security guard that stopped me because I should have been there. So that next day realization of everything that went wrong, he had it recorded and the masses witnessed it, and he had this come to Jesus moment or whatever. It was funny. I like that guy.
I do too.
I don't know who doesn't like Kevin Hart. If someone out there has a
I'm
problem,
not a
with
huge
him-
fan. Of Kevin
Really?
Hart.
Really? Oh my
I mean,
God.
he's fine. I don't hate him, but I don't love him the way some people do.
No, I think he's hilarious.
I do too. I bet his ex
A little Kevin Hart goes a long way.
Well, that's all there is a little.
He's a
Kevin
little
Hart.
guy. Yeah.
He's a shirt guy.
Or you say his ex-wives probably don't like him too much.
No,
I bet they do.
I bet they do.
he-
Yeah,
I
because
bet
the
he writes
check's
a
clear.
big check.
Bet the fucking check's clear.
Little guy writes a big check.
Hey, Kevin Hart, if you're listening, please, hey, give us a shout out.
And we've damn near sponsored, or
Yeah.
we've
Yeah,
advertised
shit.
for you enough here. You should sponsor us.
Rock
Anyway.
too.
Well, that's probably enough TV cord.
Yeah,
cutting
we
talk.
straight. Yeah, we're talking about.
We beat the shit out of that one.
Yeah, what the? That was fucking ridiculous. How in the fuck did we? Oh, because I started talking. Hey, by the way, Kevin Hart.
But I think a lot of people are interested in options for cutting the cord and not spending $220. How much is
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Well, hopefully, we gave you some actual useful information, our opinions on things
Hey,
to
and I'm
watch out
current
for.
on that fucking bill too. Don't fuck with me. Not like my shit's in fucking hock. They only send me the USA channel now.
You have any questions, send them straight to Jared.
That's right.
Or to loadthispodcast@gmail.com. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Load This Podcast.
Hey, I'm thinking about getting on Facebook, and if I do, you fuckers better follow me. If I friend request your ass, you say yup, and that's it. There's the only way. If you don't, I'm coming at you
Leave it to
hard.
Joe. There's a campaign going on right now that's like hashtag uninstall Facebook or hashtag delete Facebook.
And
And
I'm
that's
telling you,
when Joe's getting on.
I show up.
Right.
I show up 14 years
Joe's
later.
here.
I show up 14 years
Uninstall.
later, like trying to reinvent this shit. Are you fucking kidding me?
So anyway,
But subscribe to our podcast. I know some people have kind of asked us, how can I get notified if you guys have a new episode? Hey, get on your smartphone and get on your favorite podcast app. We can recommend some if you don't know of any. And subscribe. You'll get notified right away every time we release a new
Leave some
episode.
comments, guys. I'd love to hear about it. Love to hear if you like me, love me, hate me, whatever. Whatever.
everybody loves you, Joe.
Whatever. Except for
All right,
the
well-
fucking security here.
Well, until next time, thanks for listening. I'm
Hope you get a
Ryan.
job, Ray.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Jared,
I'm Joe.
and get a load of this.